We got Benji in the house. Introduce yourself, brother.
Yo, it's Benji.
We got a brand
Some of y'all
new
might know me
guest.
as Baguettes.
Yes, sir.
Ray-Bans,
That's
Benji
right.
to the max.
That's right.
You can follow me on Instagram.
You follow
Ben.
him.
You know,
Hit him up. Hit him up. Yeah, man.
Some of y'all might know me as I used to sell suits and shit.
Suits, you did.
Yeah,
Holy hell.
styling people and shit, you know.
Mhm. And you really whipped that shit up, dude. Hell yeah, you did.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Play ball.
And you was dressing. You still be dressing, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You dibble dabble into fashion, don't you, bro?
Is the best
you
at the
know.
business casual.
Fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, fashion's where it's at. I mean, you know.
Fashion is where it's at.
A lot of people's in fashion right now. But really, man, fashion's kind of like, I think fashion's kind of dead right now, you know.
Fashion is dead
It's
right
dead?
now? You think so?
Why do you
I
think
mean,
that?
Yeah, why
I
you
ain't gonna
think that?
I might not use the word dead, but I mean, like, fashion's kind of like, now it's just like cool to be yourself, man, you know? Who cares about going to buy the damn $300 shirt at the mall? Why not just wear what you got in the closet, man, you know?
For
That's
sure.
what flies now. You know, ain't nobody trying to. I never wear the monkey suit again.
The monkey
Never.
suit.
The monkey suit.
What is the monkey suit?
The monkey suit is the
Elaborate.
suit. The
It's a
perfect
suit.
in the tie, man.
Oh.
That's me in the tie, man.
You'll never be in one
I
again?
never wear that shit again. Bro.
Really?
Not the whole shit. I mean, you know, it's gonna have my style to it. I mean, I always said
Like
Okay.
a suit with the
when I was in
sneakers
suits
or
and
something
shit,
like that.
Yeah, it was like I had to have my own style.
You gonna
to
spice it up.
You just gotta have your own shit, bro. Like to me, even when I was in the suit, it's like I had to have something rugged about me.
Yeah.
It's like I was clean all the way to the T, but I had to have no razor line.
For sure.
You know, something rugged, bro.
Yeah.
Too
Okay.
Sometimes you be
Too
wearing
clean
the
is too
black
perfect,
jeans.
bro.
Yeah, you can't be
Anybody
too.
that's
Be wearing the
perfect, man,
corduroy
you ain't living
pants.
right now, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you though, bro.
For sure, you
telling
really
you.
can't be too clean with it. If you really are too clean with it, it's too much.
It looks almost suspicious.
It's not lived in.
Suspicious.
Too clean with it, you ain't got nothing original about you, man.
No.
I mean, you know,
So you think you can have too hard of a fit?
I don't think you can have too hard of a fit.
Okay.
I think that shit can be hard and like hitting hard, and
Yeah.
anybody can have an outfit that can hit hard. I mean, for example,
Uh-huh.
though, imagine the Gucci outfit,
Yeah.
but then imagine the bum in the street
Okay.
with his shit stained.
You know, I seen a lot of mugs, really specifically Ian Connor.
Uh-huh.
He's on fashion and shit. He said he got most of his inspiration from homeless people.
Wow. Yeah.
You know,
Sometimes they be dripped out, bro.
they do. They do.
They do.
They do.
They do that.
They do be doing that though, for
Well,
real.
it depends on what you go fashion for, though. Some people do fashion, be like, okay, I'm representing me.
Yeah.
But if you representing you, then what do you represent? Do you represent you, or do you represent the struggle? Do you represent the good? Everything is like bam, fly,
Yeah,
super fly.
Yeah. Yo, hold on, yeah.
You see
Ben.
what I'm saying, bro?
Yo, bro. You gotta get your mic up.
You gotta
a
get
little
your
bit,
mic
bro.
up.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad,
yeah.
guys.
You're
Good.
good,
My
bro.
bad.
You know what,
Got a
bro?
little carried
That's
away.
fine, bro. That's fine.
I was excited. Hey, I'm on the Carson show, man.
We're on
The
the, show,
Carson
bro.
show.
Hey, bro. Hey, man.
Yo.
Thanks for fucking being here, man.
Yeah,
Type.
thanks for having me,
This
bro.
is
Thanks
the
for
this is
having
the
me.
fucking
you know?
man right here. The man, the myth, and the legend.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes. Okay, bro. Let's
ready for the quote
Yeah,
of the
we got
day?
this. We got this structure. We're working on a structure here, Benji.
Factual.
Work with us. Work with
We're
us.
gonna
here.
start it
We're
off.
gonna start this shit off with the quote of the day.
The quote of the day.
We just had a little, you know, intermission.
Little something,
Go ahead.
So the quote of the day that I picked
Yeah, what'd you do?
was a familiar one if you're familiar with the Batman movies.
Okay.
And the quote is specifically from Harvey Dent.
Okay.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
You think that's true?
I think that's factual, Brody.
Wow.
What you think?
I don't think that that's completely true.
I think it's fucking factual.
You either
Die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Think
I
about
don't know,
think about
So it's supposed
Caesar.
to be deep, some shit.
It's supposed to be deep in some shit. Yeah, bro.
I mean,
it's supposed
just
to be
think about
deep
it.
as
Think
hell.
about the
did.
Romans. Think about Caesar.
I did. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
To
and
me,
Aristotle
it's-
and
if you
shit.
think about it. Yeah.
What you think? What you think, Aunt?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Yeah, what do you think?
about that?
About that quote?
Yeah,
I like that quote.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice quote.
I
Yeah.
do too.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Now
But what does it mean? Like in practical application?
Now that's what I was actually about to
Dive into?
dive into a little bit,
Go
because
ahead.
like, what in the fuck? Like, honestly, like, if you live it long enough, are you really truly gonna become a villain? Why would you let yourself become the villain? Why don't you
That's
just
the thing, though.
Maybe it's not saying you're living. It's
it's
like
saying you're dying.
Nah, I don't even think it's that, bro. I think it's, you die a hero,
Or you live
live long enough to see yourself become the villain. But the
Okay.
reason why, though, is because you're living so long.
Yeah, well, that's
that
what I'm so
people are
worried
gonna
about.
start to hate you.
I don't think it
Gonna
has
develop
anything to
the
do
haters.
with being alive. I think it's talking about the principle. So you either die on your principle and your value, or you're gonna become what you hate. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay.
That's just what
That's
it's
a good way.
saying.
I see what you're
That's
saying.
a good perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, shit's deeper than we thought.
Or
So it's not actually like the beating heart of living. It's like if you have a conviction, you either die on your conviction, or if you don't, then you're probably gonna be the thing that you hated from the start.
That's actually a pretty good way to look at it.
I mean, that
I
is
didn't
honestly
even think about that. I really didn't even think about that. Holy
that really.
shit.
I think that's the epitome of it, of that quote.
That's a
Yeah.
bet. What's the next one? What we got
up?
next, bro? What's up?
Bet.
Bet.
Let me add to that, though. Let me add to
Go
that.
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Do your
You know
thing.
what?
Yeah,
Jump
do
in,
it.
bro.
I mean, ultimately, the question itself, it depends on the person,
Of course.
how you look at it. But in a way, it's law. And what I mean by that is we all the hero, but we all become the villain in the end. And what I mean by that is, like Jalon was saying, you live, and in the end, you die, and you judged
Bless you.
for the life that you lived, no matter what. We all meet that. Not only that, it's like almost like Jesus.
That's a
No
bet.
cap.
Yeah.
You know?
No cap.
Yeah,
That's
no
literally
cap
the
though.
epitome.
Actually, no, seriously.
They literally didn't. They literally put him on the damn. They put him on the cross.
Yeah.
They put him on the cross.
Yeah, but not only that, do we not all, in a way, glorify the villain? We look at the villain and we kind of side with the villain, the underdog, the dude that's fighting somebody that's raw, he ain't got nothing to lose, the one that ain't scared,
The one
the one that damn says, fuck the rules,
yeah. Fuck those rules.
or the one that's like not scared to step on toes. Maybe he's pushing the boundaries. Maybe he has no religion. Maybe he doesn't know one.
Damn. All right, Benji.
It's tough, Benji.
That is tough. We got called up in that one, man. Damn, bro. Hell,
That's a good way to start that
deep.
bitch.
It's deep, dog. I mean, you can go with it. That's a good
That's
one.
for
You know,
real.
it's a good quote.
Hell yeah, it is.
like
Hell yeah.
I'll fuck with that quote.
I'll fuck with
you
that
picked.
quote.
I think that you picked a pretty damn good quote. I'm not
think
gonna lie
so.
to you.
I'm not even. I'm not even trying to
But
boast.
the other
but I
thing
think
about
I
it
did
is,
too.
though, too,
Uh-huh.
you know, I just added to it, becoming the villain. It's like how you take the quote. You can take that quote and you can take it and turn it to negative, or you can make it positive, and that's what life's about, man. No matter what they tell me, dog. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Take that shit and turn it around, bro.
Yeah, fuck them.
type shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck Benji, fuck.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm with that shit. You ready for the creature of the day, Benji?
Creature of the day.
Creature of the day, yeah,
Creature
let's
feature.
The creature
That is-
feature.
Let's see what that is.
feature.
Yeah. You ready for
The
this?
creature feature you picked was
I picked this.
a flamingo.
Flamingo.
Flamingo. Oh, I love flamingos.
You love
Pink
flamingos.
flamingo.
I love
Yeah.
flamingos as well.
Just like that, bro. You know.
I think
Just
they're-
like that.
I think they're pink because of the shrimp they eat.
You think so?
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. That's where.
Is that really true?
Mm-hmm.
Is that honestly
what the
true though?
fuck?
Like, is that verified? Is that
Is that
valid?
verifiable?
Is that valid?
Is that valid?
Because if it is, that's crazy though.
We have the
Like,
technology.
No, that is pretty
we
crazy.
do have the technology.
Yeah, Noah, the producer Noah.
The producer.
The producer / intern Noah.
Because they eat algae and crustaceans rich in. I can't say that. Yeah, it's their diet, bro.
It's their diet, bro. Come on, man. That's what he said to begin with.
Hell yeah.
What we got going on here?
Not
man?
born pink. They are born gray or white.
Hey,
They
well, but-
gradually develop their pink as they mature and consume more rich food.
Hell yeah.
Guys, y'all gonna take care of that.
Yeah, hell yeah. In the basket.
We always spill
Hell
things.
yeah, in the basket. Just no. In the yeah. It's all good, man. You know what? It's all good. It happens, and we're gonna get a new rug.
Yeah, and we're gonna donate
We're
this
gonna
rug.
get a new rug, and we're gonna donate this rug to the finest fucking
Person we can find.
the finest person that we can find.
If you want the rug, comment.
It's gonna be like 0 comments.
The zebra.
The zebra.
It's
Well,
a
listen,
zebra
man.
rug.
We can exchange it for something new. We can exchange it for something juicy. Like we're gonna we might even get flamingo skin.
We may even paint this rug.
We're probably not gonna do that.
We can put it in an art gallery.
But let me tell you, we probably are gonna kick it to the curb
Type beat.
type shit.
Did you find out if that is valid?
Yeah.
It is valid?
Yeah.
Is it?
So, do flamingos originally start out as white?
They start out as
Really?
they're born gray,
Gray.
Or white,
Uh-huh.
and then as they get older,
They
turn,
morph.
Yeah, they morph.
morph.
Oh,
They change
shit.
colors.
Type
They
beat.
morph.
Yeah,
That's
they,
what I
they
thought.
grow into the
Wow.
pink
They're kind of like
because of their diet.
chameleons, but like, but like they can only change to one color.
Oh.
I don't know
And they
about
don't
that.
really have a choice.
I don't know about that, bro.
and they're like kind of different animals.
That's
and
like
shit
a. That's
that.
not even a chameleon, bro. That's like
Yeah.
a.
Well, if you do mental gymnastics, I think that I can get there with you.
Okay, would you ever have a chameleon as a pet?
I think so.
Would you, Benji?
No.
And why is that?
Why is that, man?
I don't like anything's like a lizard, you know what I mean?
What about a snake?
What about a snake?
No lizards, no snakes.
No
none of
reptiles?
that,
No
you know?
turtles? Turtles are cool.
Definitely not any turtles, man. I had a sister had a turtle and it
stank.
It stinks?
terribly. It
Yes.
stunk terribly, man.
Yes, it
No,
does.
man, I can't
Turtles
handle that, man.
do. They
You
do
know,
a
a
lot.
dog.
A
dog's
dog?
what I'm
Dog.
gonna need.
You'd have a dog.
Big dog,
Man,
little
we
dog.
don't
best
allow.
friend.
We ain't got no cats. We don't allow cats running with dogs.
No, we ain't fucking with the cats.
We treat the ass like some snakes and shake the ass to the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yes, they do.
Word up.
Yeah,
Cat,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
cats are tight.
No, yeah, well, some cats are okay. Some
Yeah.
cats are if they're chill.
Yeah, the cat's
If
gotta
they're
I
chill.
didn't
choose.
say the cats.
The cat's gotta
weren't
choose
nice.
you.
I like cats. We just don't allow them running with the dogs.
Type beat.
Type B. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
on his
yeah,
own
yeah,
job,
yeah,
man, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
He's getting the rats.
Big dog or little dog?
He's around the
Yeah.
house killing the rats. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The dog, he's after the,
Yeah.
the dog. He's on everything.
No cap.
I used to tell my dog, I would sit there and I would pet him,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, watch him. Watch him.
What?
You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, man. So that way when people come, you know what I mean? I mean, he was just like, he had this little undergrowl, bro. And, like perimeter.
Okay.
Just run the yard.
What was his name?
Yeah, what was his name?
Deuce.
Deuce.
Bengal pit, yeah. And he was like a weird dog, but because my friends would like tell me he'd growl at him,
Uh-huh.
And I would never hear this dog growl. Like he wouldn't do it in front of me, man. But
They would growl. So the dog would growl
they
at
would be
them,
scared of him, yeah. Like my
and you
cousin-
never seen him growl.
I did hear him growl. Like he would just growl at weird times of the night, man. So this is what gave me the idea of just like watch him. 'Cause he was looking after. He was looking at something, bro.
He was looking at something.
Best dog I ever had. I couldn't keep him on a chain. Couldn't do none of that, man. And,
Did he always stick with you? It was that dog. That was the best
that
dog
was
you
the
ever
best
had.
dog I ever had. But the thing is, man, the weird thing is I got him in a weird kind of way. I had another dog before him, and my brother, he just got this dog. It was given to him, and when we got him, he was like ribs showing. He was so weak, man. He couldn't even walk. Like
Yeah,
it was just-
worms and shit.
Yeah, worms. We just pulled him in the yard. We just drug him in the yard, bro.
Fuck.
And he was so weak, and what it was, he had been in a cage. It was
Yeah.
too small with 3 other dogs
Oh.
at one time, and he was all in there, just trapped in there, bro.
Yeah, give him food and medicine.
And so he
Fix
had
him
to
right
eat.
up.
Yeah, he was the smallest one, I
Uh-huh.
believe. So I don't think he got to eat much.
What did you
But,
say his name was?
His name, we called him Deuce, man. So
Deuce.
I brought this dog in, right, and
Uh-huh.
I bring him in, and I got my other dog. His name's Caesar,
Caesar.
and
What kind
Caesar,
of dogs
he's
are
eating.
they?
Caesar's doing his thing. He's been trained, and I bring Deuce in. And Deuce is all feeble and shit and weak, and I break the food out, bro. And instantly, man, he come alive, brother. But he wouldn't let my dog eat though.
Oh.
Yeah,
He didn't want to
yeah,
be that
issue.
dog again.
yeah. He was like guarding the plate and growling and shit. He was taking the food, bro.
Oh,
He was
hell.
thinking he wasn't gonna get shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But make a long story short, bro, he came out a good dog, and we got some neighbors, right?
Wait, what
And
was
they
the
just-
dogs? What kind of dogs were they?
He was a pit bull.
A pit bull.
Pit bull, yeah.
Okay.
American pit bull.
All right, bet. Hell yeah, what was the other one?
The other one was a, well, you know,
Caesar.
he was one of those dogs we got from, you know, one of my partners, you know what I mean? And he was a pit bull, but the older he got, the more he kind of looked like a little bit of mix. But he was still a good dog.
You talking about Caesar?
Yeah, Caesar.
Caesar.
He was still a good dog.
Okay. All right. And what'd you say? Like you said your neighbors. Said something like
So
neighbors.
I had these neighbors, right?
Yeah.
You know? And this sticks out to me because these guys was weird, man. For example,
like what you mean? Yeah, okay.
When we came outside and I meet these neighbors, right? They got a goat in the yard, a billy goat.
Sweet.
A dead ass fucking billy goat with horns, bro.
It's just
Whoa,
cool.
whoa, whoa, whoa! You
He's
said
the
it
size
was.
of my dog, man.
You said it was dead, or you just saying like
he's
dead
a
ass?
dead ass.
Yeah, a dead
Okay,
ass
dead
billy
ass-
goat
dead
right
ass
there,
type
bro.
shit.
Like a big ass.
Yeah, yeah. And not only that, brother, he's standing out there with a machete, bro.
What?
And so his plan is that he's gonna eat this goat tonight,
What the?
and he's about to kill it.
What the hell?
And so my dog is trying to he wants to get at him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he doesn't get to. I mean, the dog, he would have been better off. I don't know, man. That was just crazy because, like, we watched him, man, cut this goat's throat. And then, like, later on that night, man, you can smell, like, goat hamburger cooking throughout the neighborhood.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
That shit was crazy,
What
bro.
the hell?
Hold on.
No lie.
So did he raise the goat or did he just buy the
Man,
goat?
they didn't raise the goat because, man, these guys stayed on my grandma's, like, when we lived at, we was living on my grandma's property. So, no, they brought the goat with them. He came out
Yeah.
of nowhere, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, these
That's
guys already
crazy.
had another dog. That's a whole nother story, you know what I mean?
My friend had a
Anyway,
goat
but
named
man,
Dog.
Not only that, though, bro, the thing is, they was cooking the goat all night, right? And so my dog, I ain't even gonna front, bro. You know, at this time, me and my brother, we without a job, and my dogs is kind of on their own. You know what I'm saying? My dogs run with the pack at night.
For sure.
You know what I mean? He got to eat on his own.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know, but they be at the high school and shit, for example. People be calling me and be like, "Come get your dogs."
Go get your
we
dog.
stay out there in MLK. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
so they already know. They already know that it's you.
So yeah, we come up there and get our dogs.
They like
sometimes.
got you on speed
But
dial.
to get back
and shit.
on the guys with the goat, right?
Yes, sir.
My dog, he's a little, he just ain't thickened out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, I come outside the next day, and they've got the rest of the goat laying out there, brother, and they done took it in the woods.
Yeah.
And my dog is gone. I can't find him, right? And not only that, I go back in the yard and they got like a goat foot with a rope tied on it, and it's buried in the dirt on my side of the property. Like I never figured that shit out, but that was what was weird.
A goat
But even
foot.
crazier, my dog come out the woods, and this nigga was bigger than ever. What the fuck? Ever. Swear to God, bro. This motherfucker was a hoss from that day on.
Yeah.
I think he ate the goat, bro. I don't know what the fuck he did, dog.
Yeah,
he
bro.
ate that motherfucker. Yeah.
Nah,
He was the
bro.
goat after that, brother.
He was the
that was the
goat.
goat. I couldn't keep him with no chain, no nothing,
Whoa.
bro.
The goat.
How this dog got going, I went on a trip, man, and
Yeah.
I just felt sorry for him and took him off the chain because I couldn't keep him in the cage. He'd jump out, put him on the chain, and somebody took him.
This is Deuce.
Deuce.
His name was Deuce.
God.
Someone took
They
Deuce.
took
Yeah,
him.
man, he wouldn't even
took
bark. Like
Deuce.
I would have parties and shit. Like y'all know Holden James.
No.
My cousin Holden's, man, we was having a party, right? And he gets into it with one of the little neighbors guys, like one of the neighborhood, old OGs. His name's Joe. He's an OG.
Shout
What
out
they
to
call it,
Joe.
you take him, and they out there wrestling and shit. And this is the first time my dog come alive, bro. Like he tried to like bite one of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he broke him up and shit, And then from that point
Joe
on,
broke
man,
him up?
No, the dog.
The
My dog,
dog
Deuce
broke
did.
him
The
up.
dog
Yeah,
broke
everybody
him up.
stopped because he was quiet.
Yeah.
He would. Everybody said he growled, but I was like, nah, he ain't doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a real dog. He was already house trained and everything.
And they took him. Did you
Somebody
see
took
it?
him, man.
How do you know that they took him?
I don't know because when I came back, he was gone, man.
Damn, man. That sucks. Really.
He was house. Yeah, man.
That same shit happened to me too.
Yeah.
Damn, man. That sucks.
He wasn't even. He was quiet. He would growl with manners and shit. Like
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like
He was chill.
missed that dog. Bro.
Damn,
He was
shout out
cool.
to Deuce,
Shout
man.
out Deuce.
Fuck,
Dude,
man.
let me get carried away.
I just had a dog die recently too. Wrangler. Wrangler.
Yeah,
God
Wrangler.
dang Wrangler.
Wrangler was a goat, bro.
Wrangler was definitely the GOAT.
Wrangler. What kind of dog was Wrangler?
Wrangler was a boxer.
Pure.
She was a pure boxer.
So how long you had this dog?
It was my dad's dog. I had it since I was probably like 16, maybe.
Oh man,
16.
Yeah.
Died whenever
Damn,
I
dog,
was
I ain't even
20,
gotta ask you. I know you shed
24.
some tears on this one.
Yeah, 24. That
Wrangler
one
was
was
cool.
That's what
tough.
make
No,
a man
everybody
break down,
fucked.
man.
Wrangler
man
fucked with
cry.
everybody.
Man, yeah,
There's a
that's
man
tough,
cry,
man.
His
That's
dog
tough.
dies. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Carson didn't cry.
Hey,
I didn't cry,
He
but
didn't
I
cry.
love that dog. I really
I
did.
fuck with that dog too.
I was really upset.
Nah, that dog fucked with everybody, and everybody fucked with that dog.
on soul.
Seriously.
This dog would walk up to you looking like a boomerang because it would walk like with its butt out to
Yep.
you because it wanted you to scratch its butt, but it also needed to walk to you, so it would look like this coming at you.
Yeah, it
it's
really
like
was.
that. It's not only that though. It's like when your dog dies, and the reason I asked like how long you had that dog, because when that dog dies, it's like all those memories all the way back from whenever he was young. Especially if he was a kid,
For
bro.
real.
You gonna get that shit back.
Yeah.
And man, all of the, and when he dies, all that shit goes with it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember some of the dogs like when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
I had dreams about them dogs coming to save me in my damn nightmares.
Holy shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
That dog was in the yard. He was out there he was out there.
He was out there
cage
thugging and
yeah.
shit.
He probably had the same dreams.
He probably had
You
the
know,
same
I
dream.
Bro,
mean, that
had
was
the
my
same
dog I
dreams.
grew up with, though. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. But when them dogs, when that dog died, I was young and I didn't give a fuck. It didn't hit me at all until later.
Until later.
then you look
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
That's
look
when you.
back.
Until later.
Yeah.
Until later on, I got out and I got on my own and I got my own dog. And when that dog, man, that hurt me. That dog, I only had that dog maybe like a year or two, but it did. That's one of the dogs that didn't make it, and it did kind of hurt me and shit because I put some work in it. But
Which one? That one was Deuce? That one's not Deuce?
Nah, that wasn't Deuce.
This was another dog. This was like the very first one I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was his name?
His name was Dro.
Dro.
Yeah.
Dro.
Who? Dro.
Dro.
That's tight.
Deuce and Dro.
Deuce and Joe.
He was
Deuce,
he was
Caesar,
game.
Dro.
He was game, and what I
Yeah,
mean
Deuce,
by
Caesar,
this,
and Dro.
I got him from a guy. His dogs was game, and what I mean by this, man, he was a puppy, man.
Uh-huh.
And when another dog come in the yard, man, he ran out there. It was a grown ass dog, and he made that dog get on his back and shit, and like roll over and shit. And he was just a puppy, bro.
Whoa.
I wash him, give him a bath. He was good, but if I rub his back right here, man, he like show his teeth and shit.
Oh, shit. He didn't like that
Or
shit.
if I take him and we hold him up, I hold him up by his mane, and I blow at him, blowing his nose and shit. Motherfucker show his teeth like fucking old
He'd
Yeller
get
and shit, bro.
pissed. What kind of dog was this?
I love that shit, bro.
What
It was a pit, man.
It's a pit.
Yeah, but
What's
he
up
was.
with you in the pit bulls, bro?
I mean, not just a pit bull, but any dog. I mean, when I was younger, we had German shepherds, but when I got on my own,
you fuck with
pit
dogs.
bulls. I used to love. I was obsessed with dogs for a minute. I
Really?
was obsessed with a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Dogs,
What else are you saying?
assassinations.
Assassinations.
I tell you what.
Really?
Yeah,
My friend had a goat, and its name was Dog, and it was raised with dogs. It had never seen another goat before, and it would sit and it would play fetch, and it was a goat. He got it at like an animal sale, and so then we just let it run around with the dogs and shit. And one day, goat didn't ever come back, and I'm starting to think your dog ate my friend's dog.
Oh shit!
Damn.
And that was Zach.
Damn.
That was Zach.
Damn. He got
I
his.
mean, my dogs, they
taken.
jumped on a few dogs. I mean,
They
I
got
had it.
rough. They got real
Yeah.
rough, didn't they?
I had a dog. Yeah, I let him fight. I mean, right around the time when Mike Vick got hit with that charge. I mean, that's when that's why when we were staying in town. And sometimes, I ride my bike to town. And I have my Mike Vick jersey on. My dog be chasing me. My pits.
Your
My
pits.
pit bulls. Yeah.
Damn.
They run with me all the way to the store. And one thing about a dog is, you see, I can walk. Here's how a dog works. And this is like life.
This is it.
Yeah, because your dog, like, once I took him out and I walked him to the store,
Mm-hmm.
where you take him, he's gonna remember that forever. Especially if he lives in if you live in town and say you walk him to the store, now he gonna go by himself.
He knows where it's at.
Yeah.
He's comfortable with it.
He comfortable with it. He know where he going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He might go by himself. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
but that's the way.
And they'll come back.
And he gonna come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
back, too.
That's dope. Hell yeah.
I never thought
I
about
fuck
Once you
with
that.
those
take him,
dogs.
one time he's on it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to my dogs. You know, he on the porch, man. I look outside, he be on the porch, but at nighttime, you know, they say he run with the pack.
That boy was out there
He was on the porch in the morning, bro. He was on the porch in the morning, bro.
He was running the streets.
I get chasing pussy and
Whoa.
shit.
That nigga was out there
I told that
running
nigga to stay
shit.
the motherfucking home, man. I had to go get that nigga after them. Hey, that's actually the one that they took down, bro. This is another thing. I went through some shit, man.
Oh hell.
Yeah, this is the one that was to go to the high school, bro.
They
Like people would call me, hey, random girls call me, hey, your dog's at the high school.
Damn.
So like, it happened like 2 or 3 times, and the third time, I got up there, bro, and I got right there to the football field, and you know, so I done ran. I get up there and I ran right, and I see my dog right there at the end of the football field, and you know, y'all in school at this time, you know, and I run all the way across the football field, and right before I get like close to the little maybe 10-yard line, get up on my dog, a guy walks up with a long stick, and he got a rope on that shit, and he just yanks him and shit.
No
And
way.
we get up on him at the same time, and so he refuses to give my dog.
Wow.
And he says because they've been a menace at the high school and this type shit. And this is one of the times when I was hard times, and so they put him in a pound, and like I think I got up there the third day, man, they had put him down and shit.
Fuck. How much was
Yeah.
they wanting for him back?
It was like $30 at the time, you know what I mean? And at the time, bro, I mean, I had rent due, I had a lot of shit.
Hell
man.
yeah, hell yeah.
And so actually I did go up there, but man, they did it like a day early or some shit, bro. So, you know,
Why would they do that?
we kind of them.
That's
My
fucked
brother,
up.
we kind of them let him have him. You know, it was some
fucked
crazy
up.
Fucking
shit.
Deuce, man.
That
Damn
wasn't Deuce
it,
though.
that
This was
wasn't
a
Deuce?
different dog. This is another dog.
Fuck. This is another dog that you haven't talked about?
Well, this was Deuce. This was Deuce. Yeah.
Yo, man, this is getting kind of hard to keep up with, man.
I had a lot of dogs.
You kind of lost here. How
What
many
was
dogs
that
have you
name?
had?
I would say those stories right there that covers at least 3 dogs, and that would be Dro, the first one
Dro,
that died,
Deuce.
That would have been Dro.
and then the one that got hit with the pound that was actually Caesar. And
Damn.
him
Oh,
and
that
Deuce-
was Caesar.
That was Caesar.
Dro, Deuce, and Caesar.
Dro,
Yeah.
Deuce.
Caesar's the one
We've
that
talked
was a
about
good
Caesar.
dog. Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
good dog, and he might have had a little bit more of a different dog in him, but
Yeah.
he's the one that they took, man.
Damn.
He's the only one that didn't get away.
Why would
and
they do
actually,
that?
And actually, it brings me back. The one Deuce got away that day, and we couldn't find him.
Yeah.
And they said he got hit by a car.
Damn.
And then so when he was
Wow.
gone for 3 days, and we were sitting out on the porch out there, MLK. And one night I'm sitting on the porch smoking right there, Jalon, where Rufus used to stay.
Yeah.
And right across the yard, something creeps up, and I get ready to run, and it's Deuce.
No fucking
Yo,
way.
It's Deuce.
Was he
and he's
hot-
hurt.
like, was
he's
he
limping.
hobbling?
He's
He's
limping.
limping.
And I brought him in the
Oh.
house and brought him right back, man. That dog went through some shit, bro.
Damn.
He survived to getting hit by a car and everything.
Fuck.
But I
bro.
could take this dog. I could take him to the Matheson Park, and I take my football and I throw that bitch hard as I can, and he runs hard as hell, get that motherfucker, and he bring it back to me.
Man,
crazy.
I'm
Or
not
you
gonna.
can- yeah. So
Fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think that I hit a dog the other day.
Oh, fuck.
was it a Bengal pit, man?
Fuck.
It wasn't. It was not.
You had a dog the other day, bro?
I think.
You better hope that
I
it wasn't a dog.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just fucking
That
with
sucks. Yeah, dogs.
Damn. Yeah, it
But nah, that's
sucks.
fucked,
Was
bro.
it a bad?
they
Was it a
hit-
bad hit or was it
Sometimes
just a boom?
they run in front of you.
Ba-boom.
How was it for real? 'Cause it
Fuck.
matters.
Yeah,
It wasn't like, you know, it was like a really small dog.
Oh, yeah, no, he's dead.
Because I got one for you guys because I've hit a dog too, and I was
I was
coming
like,
down the road in a van,
Oh yeah.
In
it
my
was just
minivan.
like- it was like
and it's like this.
it just hit my tire. It just hit my tire, so it didn't fuck up my car or anything. Oh, whoa, hold on.
What it was like?
It was just like, dude.
It was just like,
Yeah.
No, I got one for
I
you.
was like,
I'm in a van. I'm driving mom's minivan.
Yeah.
Quiet. You know, in the minivan, I've developed the way to drive is actually like a minivan will teach you how to drive.
Yeah.
Because if you don't drive right, if you got shit stacked in the back, everything's gonna fall to the side, right?
Yeah, you don't want
It's
that.
like your passengers. So yeah, I'm driving smooth. All of a sudden, bro.
What the fuck
God
was
damn! What the?
that? What the
Yeah,
fuck
man.
was that?
damn.
You got out the
Just
car
see
and everything, didn't you? Did you pull
Bro,
over?
no. it was that type of hit where I had to keep driving. No lie, bro. Like I had to keep driving for a second, bro, and then turn around at the next light, the next sign, bro.
Yeah.
And so, but that also that type of hit. Nah, nigga, I'm going back.
Yeah.
I think I might hit a motherfucking dude, bro. Man,
Holy
I go
shit.
back, bro.
Yeah.
And no cars are coming right, so I pull up on the side, like kind of straight on the yellow line, and like I open the door. God, bro, it's like 2 dogs.
Dogs. What the
Dog that I hit. It's in the grass, and the nigga was dead yesterday.
God.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Damn.
bro, the grass was not even blowing. Like the wind was so still, bro, and that dog was sitting there looking at him like. He was like a fucking mannequin, bro. Like his best friend is gone, bro. Like in a split second.
Wait. Yeah.
You hit 2 of them,
Bro,
and
he
then
came
one
out of nowhere,
survived?
bro. I mean, it took the fucking water tank out my shit.
Oh fuck.
Without even
Wait, I didn't even realize that.
Benji,
you know, hey, you know that shit.
you're the dog assassin.
You know that shit that sprays the water, like when you squeeze it in your car and it sprays the water and cleans the damn dash off.
Yeah.
Bro, he broke that shit out my car, bro.
Fuck.
Out of the van, bro. Like that shit, like
Damn,
dog.
dude.
Fuck.
I thought I knocked my shit out of line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
That
shit
you
was
hit that
crazy.
motherfucker so hard, you had to turn the music down,
Bro,
didn't you?
and yeah, I
turned
felt
the
so
music
bad,
off.
bro, because it was like a somber
Turn the music
moment.
off.
I opened
Turned
the
it
door.
completely
I've
off.
stopped. No car. You gotta imagine this. Like no cars are coming. I've opened the door.
And
You
like,
can't hear anything but like the grass blowing. It's like, dude,
Oh,
this
hell.
dog's fucking done for, bro. He never
Damn.
seen the day. He never seen daylight coming, bro.
flatlined. He flatlined.
He was dead
Big time.
2 days ago.
Dead on impact.
Damn it, bro.
He's
And
DOI.
did you shed a
Took him-
tear for
you
him?
took him out of history for sure.
Bro, but all I know is he didn't feel a thing.
He didn't feel it.
There's no way he
Hey,
did.
history. You were saying that you love history, or you're obsessed with history.
I love history. Yeah.
Wow, really?
I do like history.
What is your favorite time?
My favorite time?
Favorite time period?
I wouldn't know if I have a favorite time period. I'm black.
Yeah. Okay.
My favorite time period is now.
All right. Yeah.
Shit, yeah. Now that might, and they might
That
try to
makes
take
sense.
that. Like, I mean, now
fuck.
Trump have his way. Yeah, we might all be in chains again.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. That's absolutely right.
why'd you say
That's
that?
absolutely right. I like that, Uncle
Tell
Benji.
Elon.
I like that. Remember that beach trip we took?
Yeah. Which one?
Which one?
No, bro, I can really
The
take it
only
there.
one.
Though.
The one that we went on in 2020.
Yeah.
All right. So on the way down, we were about 30 minutes away, and we seen a German Shepherd that got hit by. There's like a big car accident.
Yeah.
And like half of its body was like over there. And we drove like maybe 3 or 4 car lengths.
Oh,
and then
fuck.
the other half of his body was like over here.
Damn.
And the owner was like in the road and was holding the dog's head and going, and like bawling her eyes out and screaming and crying. And it was like probably the most traumatizing thing I've ever seen in my life. And I had Kevin, Claudette, Grace in the car. And dude, it was like pin drop silence. So I made a joke. I don't remember what the joke was. It probably was extremely distasteful because that's what I do. I'm nervous.
So you
I
make
gotta-
jokes when you're sad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm just like,
That's what
well,
I do.
yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
So I threw out a joke, man, and then we just turned the radio back on, and
We're gonna die.
yeah.
It's cool.
Man, it's all
I don't
good.
think I've ever hit a dog, bro, but I hit a fucking rabbit, bro.
A rabbit.
I hit a rabbit, and that motherfucker fucked up my whole side skirt.
Ethan hit a raccoon in
damn.
high school, and it took
Are you
his
sure it
grill.
was a rabbit?
Oh, I know
Are
for
you
a fact it was
sure?
a rabbit.
What kind of rabbit did you hit?
I seen
big
it. I
one.
I doubled back and went
You
and
hit a
looked.
jackrabbit?
You hit
I
bugs.
definitely hit a jackrabbit. I hit
A
bugs.
jackrabbit.
Funny.
That nigga
Oh my
was.
God.
Elmer Fudd's been trying to do that shit for 85 years,
For
man.
ages.
I hit Bugs
For a
Bunny.
decade.
That nigga was so dead he couldn't say "What's up, dog" at the end. After
Damn,
I'm
bro.
serious.
He needed
Fuck.
some
Dead
dog.
ass.
Did you go back for him?
I went back and looked and I said,
did?
"Damn, nigga,
Did you pick him up?
fuck no."
No, what's the point?
Damn.
Zach-
Yeah.
Zach-
Some people,
Let
some
that
people,
nigga decompose.
Zach has hit like 2 or 3 owls.
some people pick up deer.
And
Owls.
owls. So
I mean, think about the guy who hit that one. The guy who hit the dog. I mean, he smashed him, right? Goes back. The dog's kind of squirming, trying to get up, and he's like, can't because his head's smashing. So he pulls out his gun. He blasts him 2 more times.
Wow.
what the hell?
Take him out of his misery, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, at that
Yeah.
point, you might as well. I mean,
I'm sorry, guys.
I think so.
At that point,
You got to.
You
I mean,
got
you can't
to.
just let the dog
That's
sit there and
euthanasia.
fucking suffer. And
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
gonna have to put him
euthanasia.
out of
beyond
his misery.
fucking,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
they
saying?
do that with
Suffer, dude.
horses.
They
If
do
a
that
horse
with
breaks their
horses,
leg, you gotta
deers.
euthanize.
I don't know, man. That kind of sucked, bro. It'd be like
It
me getting
would.
shot, bro. You know, hey, you're talking about taking it back in the times, like whatever time. Imagine, look, back in the times when like you were horses and shit. Yeah. That's why I take it back to.
The
I take it back
horses.
to
The
those
horses.
times.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I go around, like it ain't like today. Like you go to the supermarket, you go
Yeah.
to the club, and you see girls and shit. You know, you try to holler at them. No,
Yeah.
bro.
You just go
It's
to
like I've got my motherfucking big black stallion named fucking Bucephalus and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Syphilis.
Yes,
and a
sir.
fucking couple of them army men that guard my every fucking move.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I'll be like a prince and shit.
Okay.
Have women wash my nuts.
Okay.
Shit, take me baths and shit and everything. Your Highness.
Wow. Your Highness.
Oh yeah, man.
I seen
walking
them-
around with my army and my them prince looking like
Yeah, but what time in history is this?
Is this Coming to America
time. This is
from
the time
like,
of
Eddie
Baguettes.
Murphy?
Okay.
Because he had
It's
the
the time of
royal
Baguettes, A.D.
he had the royal washers.
Yeah.
He got the royal washers.
The royal
Royal
washers
Washer.
from Coming to America. You ever seen that movie, the Eddie Murphy?
No.
He was like a prince in
I
like
know what
Africa.
you're talking about, but I've never
and
seen
he
it.
had royal like what Benji's talking about is
Yeah.
literally what.
Oh,
was
that would
going
be
on.
nothing, man. The Royal Washers be nothing. I'd be coming
The
through,
Royal
bro.
Washers.
And I'm trying to build kingdoms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
5, 10 wives. Yeah, man.
You trying to be like Genghis Khan?
Oh yeah, bro. I'm starting
Wow.
to try.
5,
Genghis
10
Khan.
wives.
You trying to be like? You sound like you trying to be on some Genghis Khan shit.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, man. That
well,
guy
it's
was
not
crazy.
just that, bro. But you got to think about the mentality of that man.
Of course.
The mentality of that guy is
Let's think about it.
pure fucking masculinity on like a whole
Well.
nother, on a whole nother level beyond
Yeah.
of what is comprehensible,
Masculinity or-
beyond what is comprehensible to the modern masculine man.
Nah, man. Masculine or evil?
Nah, bro.
Nah.
Evil.
Why would it be?
I would
evil?
argue that that's.
Why
I
would
would
it be
argue
evil?
that is the.
Because most of so like he has a
That would be the
huge
way-
percentage of like generation now. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That
like,
would be
that's-
kind of
that's
generalized.
due to
like,
the-
60
that's kind
or
of generalized.
That's
with
like-
an
percentage
evil
of
point,
him.
though. I mean,
Go ahead.
to me,
That's
kinda
due to rape.
generalizing with an evil
So that's
point.
because he raped and pillaged like across the entire empire. He had the largest land empire of any
we're talking
empire
about?
in history, and
Genghis
that
Khan.
means that
Right.
he pillaged and raped
Yeah, I'm not
a
denying that.
lot.
I'm not saying that he didn't do that, and I'm
I
not
think that's
saying that
evil.
shit is right. I'm not saying that shit is right, but what you got to look
There's
at,
nothing masculine about what he's doing.
nah, it is.
He's
though.
doing things out of like pure
nah
hate.
Look, it's
That's
not
when
hate.
you're
hate.
looking at
And, like-
It's not
different moves,
hate.
but
Let me tell you.
the man itself masculine as far as that type of a man, been in that time and putting yourself in that time frame, then you know it's not really. It's kind of beyond the point. The point is you, me, you guys looking. You been in that point. You been that man that when you go out here, there's no cars. There's no United States out here with the flying, protecting the damn skies and shit like that. There's no damn Ferraris or Mustangs or Honda Accords,
Yeah.
97 models, none of that shit.
None of that shit.
As a matter of fact, your daddy,
Uh-huh.
you know, you in them type of a society like that, you know, you might even be taught war at a young age.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it depends on if you're looking at the Vikings, but that's
For
why I
sure.
love history. I mean, and you can't really put it all into one. But I was fortunate enough to be able to travel outside the country and go back to Europe and study World War II and all of that shit, and it does matter. The one point that is crazy though is what we don't know. I don't know much about is the conquests of Africa. But you do know that back in 330 A.D., Constantine, he came to Egypt. And then that's when you have all of the whole start of Christianity, all of that shit. I mean, so history does matter. For example, now, look what's going on.
Facts.
I mean, you know, we in America. We live in a time where, you know, literally, man, it ain't about, we sitting here, we live in a good time. It ain't about, it can be about race in certain places, but at the end of the day, the lovely thing is, look here now.
Factual.
But the fact that we
yeah.
can talk about it, though, because I can look at a time when, imagine this, you know, being African American, you come up And you find out now all kinds of different history and different shit that you didn't know that they didn't tell you. And then, then you see a backlash and trying to pipe things down as far as everybody been able to study any kind of history you want on anything. You can go way, way back and all that shit's coming out. They said aliens wasn't real, but now they're coming out. They said they didn't know who built the pyramids, but now they know.
Oh, shit. What do they know?
I mean, so what do you know? They said that our rights is guaranteed, but I mean, are they?
I would still argue, though, that was the peak form of uncontrollable masculinity in its raw form, because if you compare that to an actual animal, which is technically what we are, we're just domesticated. Lions, whatever, or whatever,
you talking about Genghis Khan?
Yeah, I'm talking about Genghis Khan, just for reference. But if you look at any animal, any predator, any alpha predator at the top of the food chain, that's how the fuck they gonna do.
That's
Lions, they fucking go. Basically, they rape the other fucking, the lionesses.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they do. And then they have all the cubs. And then if there are cubs from another lion, they kill those lions. They kill those little cubs because they see it as a threat.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And
from a biological standpoint,
if you're looking at it from like our societal structure standpoint,
exactly, it would be evil. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But from a nature standpoint, you know what I'm saying, it is like the raw form of masculinity. I'm not saying that shit's right. I'm not saying what the fuck he did is right, because we're a different type of human being now.
A different form.
We've evolved. We have a whole deeper level of consciousness
now.
We got rules. You know what I'm saying? We got societal standards.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Are you sure?
I
think I'm understanding.
You see what I'm saying?
What you're saying, without the Honda Accords, the raping happens.
No.
We can just not. That's not the epitome of my.
The Honda Accord.
Wait. We gotta chill out with the words. We gotta chill out with that word.
Great.
Yeah, man.
Great.
These guys on Honda Accords, they're everywhere, man. I mean, I'm just kidding.
They actually really are.
Nah, but do you get what I'm saying though?
More of Genghis Khan without the Honda Accords.
Exactly.
You saying so? You're saying would we have Genghis Khan with Honda Accords? You think that is that what you're saying? Is that a possibility?
He would not look nearly as cool
with
riding up. You know what I'm saying? Imagine he and his crew roll up with their little
fucking Honda Accords.
Yeah.
How do you know? I mean, hey.
How do you know until you find out?
Can't tell.
How do you know
he'd be like, pop the trunk. I'm about to go get a sword.
Pop the trunk. I'm about to go get my sword and my bow and arrow. We about to gun this. We about to fucking arrow these motherfuckers down.
Put that arrow this shit out.
So was Genghis Khan a YN?
Yeah.
He honestly, low key, he might have been. He really was.
A little bit, for sure.
In comparison to today's societal standards, and he was the original YN. He was the epitome of a YN,
He was
bro.
doing like a gold bar spread. Like,
So he did. That motherfucker was doing a gold bar
not
spread.
even the bars. Bro was doing the gold flake spread.
The gold flake
spread.
What do you think Genghis Khan would do as president?
Man, it would no, absolutely not. We would all be.
I'm voting for him.
we would 1 minute we would tell him what
do you
the
think you would
nuke
tell
does.
Vladimir?
We'd be like Genghis Khan, this is how the nuclear bomb works, and he's like, for real?
Yeah, he'd be like, that's a bad.
About 11 minutes later, man, it's gonna be over.
Everybody.
But nah, it's crazy
Gone.
though that like there's like a large percentage of the world
that would vote for him.
No. Hell
he's
nah.
right.
They would not.
What was the
That's the type of world
results
we live
last
in,
time?
for real,
Yeah.
Genghis Khan, man.
Nah,
What's his
Genghis
approval
Khan, though.
rating?
Nah, that nigga is not getting approved.
You gonna boost the ratings? I mean, hey.
Yeah.
What is
Trump
the
would have
modern
this-
day? What is the modern day?
Trump
Genghis
would have
Khan?
this guy working in his cabinet for sure.
Yes, sir.
He'd have him as like the secretary of like administration for education or
sure.
something like that.
Nah,
Genghis Khan would
he'd
be
the
over,
Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Okay, so that's a good question. If you're president and you get to pick anybody from history to be in your cabinet, so who are you picking?
Wow. Okay.
Who's your vice? Who's your secretary of defense?
Well, I mean, you don't get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president.
Yeah.
You don't get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the president. You get to pick the vice. You get to pick the pre
You get to pick your
Yeah,
running
you
mate.
do.
No,
You do.
You pick your running mate.
Vice. Yeah, fuck yeah.
You pick
The
your running
the
mate.
VP.
Hell yeah.
You pick your running
did-
mate.
Oh well, yeah. I
They
mean,
can't
when
be
you go
from the.
into
They can't
running-
be from the same state as you.
Right,
though.
right. When you go like, I see what you're saying.
It's me and Obama, man. You know,
Yeah.
You
Fuck.
picking? You picking Obama?
make him the vice president.
Obama's gonna be your
Obama.
VP. Okay, so who's gonna be your? Who's gonna be
He's
the rest of your
not bad.
cabinet? Who's gonna be? Who's the lady
We're
that?
talking about an imaginary world because, Barack can't run it. For
Yeah.
another term.
He
Yeah,
can't. He
yeah,
can't.
He
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
run for
yeah.
another term.
Well,
It's not about
that's-
anybody in history.
Technically,
Yeah.
You said
man,
anybody.
Of course.
Anybody
Yeah.
in history.
In my history, yes.
So who's gonna be your press secretary?
Press secretary Andrew Tate is a
Shut up,
fucking
bro.
press
Get that.
secretary.
I think I'd pick.
Yeah.
I'd pick Claire Huxtable.
Claire
that?
Huxtable.
The lady that
Who's
plays
that?
Claire Huxtable.
Okay,
She'd be my.
that's
press
a
secretary.
bet. Wow, Claire Huxtable. You
Who's
want-
Claire?
We're gonna show you
Okay.
right
what's-
here.
What's her
What's her name?
profession?
What's her name? Can't think of it.
What's her profession?
Uh-huh.
Wasn't she like an actress or some shit?
Yeah.
Claire Huxtable.
And then I would have a Denzel Washington. He'd
Denzel.
be my
Denzel.
Secretary of
Nah,
Defense.
I fuck with
Denzel.
Secretary of Defense.
Denzel's
Denzel.
the Secretary of Defense.
Oh yeah.
Nah, Denzel, he's that guy.
Claire
Denzel
Huxtable
is that guy.
She was on the Cosby Show.
Got you.
Ah, that's
I'm
what
not
it
put
was.
Bill
Got
Cosby
you.
as the
Well,
health, the one that
You put BC as a what?
Bill Cosby as the one over the health.
Yeah.
in prison.
Technically,
You'd
he's
send
a
him back
free-
That'd be
Yeah.
controversial. With they be like, he's gonna
Oh.
drug us all.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Raping all the kids drugs.
No. Bill Cosby.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, you said Andrew Tate, bro.
I said Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate would be a great press secretary.
Press secretary.
That would
no,
be
no,
fucking
no.
amazing.
So-
That's the difference.
I'm
He'd be-
assuming. Go ahead.
He would be. He'd be all right.
You
It would be
are you?
alright.
Is press secretary?
No.
I'm assuming.
I don't know,
someone
man.
that
He'd
he'd be
handles
the
He's
one.
on power,
he'd
man.
be
I
the
don't
one
know.
that
Might
talks
take-
to the press. Yeah,
That's the one. That's
He'd
what
be
I'm
the one.
assuming,
Like
okay.
whenever the press
Bro.
communicates with the White House, it would be Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate as a press secretary would be fucking hilarious.
Fucking
Yes, exactly. 'Cause this is what I
insane.
think about it. Andrew Tate. I mean, I don't know if it's because of the episodes of Power or what, but I can see this guy taking his own shots. I mean,
Taking his own shots.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
You mean he's gonna kill himself?
Well, I mean, I'm the president, right? And I got
Yeah.
a team.
Yeah.
And so whenever I run the plays,
Yeah.
play runs through star player. I
Yeah.
can see this guy jacking up shots out of rhythm.
Yeah.
No, I can definitely see
He's
that
not
too.
a team player.
He's
Sure.
not a team player. He
Not a team
is.
player.
You know, he's.
That's the first thing he said.
I'm here for
But
the
he
slander.
would. But I think that he would work along with whoever.
No.
Nah,
If-
Nah.
yeah.
Well, see,
Nah,
see,
I
you
think
already,
he
already
is-
have
Oh,
problems.
did you hear?
Yeah.
Did you
You
hear
already
the girls
have
broke
problems
up?
and disagreements
Trump
with
and
your
Elon,
cabinet.
they broke up.
Yeah,
and
I
now,
seen that.
Now Elon,
Yeah.
Elon's he's
Elon.
talking
He
shit.
wants to be out of that shit.
Now he's talking shit
He
now.
wants
No,
to be
I
out
said
of
he
that
said
shit.
that the
He was
big
talking
bill
shit.
or
Well,
Well, that's
whatever.
because
I knew this was
if you look
gonna
at
happen.
it, Elon Musk is saying that the bill is not enough, and that the bill is ridiculous and it's bullshit because it's not enough cuts, and it's definitely that in the long run we're gonna reach a physical limitation, basically catastrophic, I guess. But I guess his
Inevitable.
cuts is supposed to fix everything
For him.
But the one thing I want to point out about Elon Musk, though, guys, you see, here's what people don't know.
What's that?
Elon Musk, he's from South Africa.
Yes.
He doesn't even belong here.
Elon Musk supposedly,
He is African.
his dad is on the other side of the movement in South Africa, which you'd have to look into yourself more. You know, true? Who knows? Who not? Whether when he got up to the sign, he threw up the sign, whether it be white power sign or whatever, who knows? You know. But here's one thing: all the stuff he does is for a reason. He's got the satellites. He also got the only thing that we had, and that's the eggs.
That's the X.
The X.
The X.
The X. He does have X.
X marks the spot.
The
And then
X.
they've said things about the faces on the robots.
The robots.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if you ever seen that movie Prometheus.
But not only that, then you hear the things about Egypt apparently being in the middle of America.
Huh?
Same cities lining up. Then you hear Elon Musk mentioning this shit too. Man, this guy is
The shit lining up.
something
What you mean?
else. Well, you
What
know,
is the conspiracy
there's a thing where, you know, in Egypt, they say ancient Egypt is actually in America. And if you look at the modern day cities now, the same cities, those are the same names of the cities in Egypt now. And so the real children of the Jews in Egypt is here in America.
Really?
Yes.
Is that just a theory?
I mean, that's what they say, you know.
That's what they say.
But I did hear Elon Musk kind of joke about it. Yeah. And he don't joke about
What do
shit
you-
for no reason.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Not only that.
What does that mean?
I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, look, I'm in 1981. That don't mean, you know, I know more than everybody, but when you look at a lot of things that's happening now, and then you look at history and everything we talking about, from everything, history's everything. And all the shit that all of a sudden now that they say ain't true, but it is, and so that's what they say. It'd be the time where you don't know what's true. Look at the fashion. Who gives a fuck? Look at the economy.
Who gives a
It's
fuck?
crashing, but we still rolling.
Yeah, we still rolling.
Look at the whole world. We all against each other. They send nukes, might pop off, this and that.
We still rolling.
But we still rolling.
We still rolling. Hell
and,
yeah.
And I mean, and at the end of the day, I mean, Elon Musk, if the economy, the dollar, are they trying to crash this shit? Wouldn't you? Think about it. If you was the biggest and the most powerful motherfucker on the planet, and these motherfuckers is catching up, well, yeah. Why not just blow the whole fucking shit? Start some new shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's what they're gonna do.
You think
They're
that's
gonna
what's
blow the
gonna
lid
happen?
on this whole shit.
That's your prediction.
They're gonna blow the lid on the whole shit. The new currency starts. Yeah.
There's
I got one.
Yeah, let's hear.
I think we're gonna have climate wars.
Climate wars.
I think we're gonna have climate wars, bro.
Climate wars.
I think eventually we're gonna.
cold and like winter, like we can
I
shoot
think-
winter at
I
Russia
think-
and freeze them.
I think eventually, I think we're gonna have such a harsh environment
Like,
on our planet that there's gonna be select places to live. They say that in the case of
Resources war.
like eventually we're not gonna be able to have like big cities because you can't maintain. There's
For
not
sure.
enough food, not enough fresh water. You know, then there's like a bunch of air and pollution and stuff like that. I think we're gonna start fighting over like places that are actually viable, like maybe Iceland, Ireland. That's what they say. Places that's like really, really hot in the center of the world. We're just not gonna be able to live there. There's not gonna be enough fresh water. I think we're gonna have like some climate wars eventually.
When do you think that if that were to happen, when do you think that would aspire?
You think that would be in our lifetime?
Yeah, we're
You
gonna see.
really think
we're gonna
so?
I think we'll see it.
Wow.
I think we'll have a little combination of all of that. I mean, we looking at worst case scenario here, guys. I mean, yeah. When you think about
worst
it,
case scenario.
We're looking at worst case scenario, and I mean the perfect storm.
Worst case
That's what we're looking
scenario,
at.
we all get nuked.
We're looking at the perfect storm, and the perfect storm. That's what could be done.
But you know what's cool
Perfect
is
storm.
I think I noticed a lot that during like COVID and everyone was quarantining and things like that. Like the world was beginning to heal a little bit, you know. Like we wasn't going out. We
Yeah, but
wasn't
how can you say that
polluting
if
and doing a
it's
bunch of
China's
shit.
virus? I mean, if China put the virus out, look at this virus. Look, you see that today? Did you see that today? They caught the two Chinese ladies,
Two Chinese
and these guys
ladies.
has got 2 envelopes with a spore.
Oh, yeah, with
a
the-
spore the
with the
size of this piece
mushrooms?
of pepper, and so this stuff can apparently poison
Fungus.
multiple crops and poison people and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So that's what
what
we're
the
dealing
fuck?
with. You know,
The fungus.
not only that,
You
we
see
have
that?
a AI
Nah, I
race.
didn't
We
see
have
that
an
shit.
AI race too.
Yeah.
So, you know, AI race is going to be, and if you look at all the drones in China, I mean, you see how these drones now, they can make drones and make images appear in the sky. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we looking at some next level shit, guys.
Yeah, they do it in.
These guys are saying that aliens is real. I mean, did you not see that shit? Did you not see
They're
that?
in the,
See
they're in the
had that shit out
ocean.
for years.
They're in the ocean.
And Cortez and all
They
these
found
people
them.
get there and say that, yeah, they've got parts. Now, either these guys is planning on the Great Deception, meaning tricking us, or they've been hiding some shit. And
You
then
fuck
if
with
they
AOC?
They've been hiding some shit. We
if
know
they're
that,
hiding
though.
shit, then what is it? Behind the Arctic wall?
We don't know.
We don't know.
It's all this hearsay there, hearsay, you know what I'm saying? Now we can't confirm shit. The only thing we can do is talk about it and try to speculate on what we think could possibly be a prediction that could have the highest rate of being actually something that is real. But we don't really fucking know, and we never will until it actually is in front of our face.
For sure.
So what does society do? Here's what you do.
We just stay
Cap
rolling.
down on everybody's information, and we're gonna squeeze the shit back into the damn norms of damn normal thinking and normal history, so that we can die down on all this damn everything. Because if everybody has everything, then you just end up creating anarchy.
Oh yeah.
And so you have to cap down all this freedom, and so now you see the backlash on freedoms, the backlash on all these different things that in the last couple of years we gained. But not only that, being African American, I mean, you got to think, man, we've always lived with these days. I've lived with this. For example, imagine, one day, they vote and they say, hey, we want to Biden vote, and he's like, we want to make same-sex marriage and interracial dating permanent or something shit like. So I mean, just imagine that for you. They want to make a law and just all of a sudden make that shit permanent.
Fuck that.
Even though we've been doing that shit, but we're going to make that shit permanent just in case somebody might want to come along and maybe change that shit. So do you live with that shit every day? That maybe one day you might come outside and you might be in chains. Maybe one day you might come outside and they judge you just a little bit more.
It's fascism.
Because either you black, either you white, either you poor, either you gay, either you whatever. And see, what the real world is they don't want you to know you, the real you. That's why when you find you, they cap down. They want to shut you down. They want to send people to come put you in Broughton or places like that. Keep you from finding the window.
I feel like I need to be in Broughton sometimes. Low key.
Yeah, man.
I feel you.
No, that's the neo-fascism for sure.
The best thing to do is just be you.
Just be.
Well, Karl
you.
Marx did say that, I think religion is what kind of holds it all together. That's why religion is the wars that are the most serious. For example, Karl Marx said the religion is the opium of the people. And that, he looked down on capitalism. Capitalism is the society we live in, where the businesses and all that own all the money and the millionaires, and they kind of run that. Not only that, they kind of run the politics too, because they own the business companies and they own all these different things where they can influence the laws in the ways that they need to and structure the societies. And not only that, even down to the exact design of our neighborhoods, like that, I mean, and then when you look at it, man, I mean, if you ever guys looked at and seen how they did where the calendar came from, and these guys even designed our calendar and everything, man. I mean, it's the Gregorian calendar, and if you look back in time, there's a certain time that it's like 14 or 15 days just disappeared. But they'll explain where it went to, and it's all tied into the sun. And the shit's
like the
shit's
Mayan
fucking
calendar
crazy,
and
bro.
shit.
Like, yeah.
That
shit's
shit's
the only-
crazy.
That shit really is. Bro.
2012 was crazy.
That's why I believe.
2012 was
That's
why I said
insane.
everybody
They made a
was like-
movie about it.
Actual.
That's why I said as Baguettes coming on the set, just to let y'all know, I'm a God body. I don't believe that, there's nothing that I can read in a book that I don't already know. I don't believe that I can go to a college and there's something they can teach me, especially when I was in school and they're going to tell me, come on, man.
Especially.
You can't tell me that, bro.
You can't tell me shit.
You can't tell me that you can teach me anything when everything was already known. Y'all repeating shit and like, come on, bro. If you sit down and do the one thing that they don't want you to do, and that's focus. Sit down and be quiet. Cut all the sounds off for once. The music, the sirens, every fucking thing, and listen to the one thing that they don't want you to do, and that's your motherfucking self. That shit that's right between your eyes. And you know what it sounds like? Water. Because guess what God's voice sounds like? Many waters. And everybody's got it. It's just like water. You spill it out. And it's all of the same cup. All of the same fluid. And whether it breaks up or not, if it gets close, it all comes back to one, just like the spirit. So when you die and this body goes out, it all goes back. That's why we all have the same. We all actually are the same. We're just in different bodies. But when you sit down and focus and you cut all this music out and everything out and you find yourself, you'll find yourself in him right there. And see, that's what they don't want you to know. That's the person they don't want you to know is you.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I fuck with that.
Yeah. Bro came on
And when
here
you sit down and listen,
spitting.
honest to God, just try it one day. Sit down, cut everything out, meditate. Meditation is the same thing as prayer. But think about our society nowadays. Everybody's tick, tick, boom, boom, boom. And even I find myself sometimes like, I got to slow down. I got to stop. I got to put some shit down just so I can find my motherfucking mind, dog.
Yeah.
No cap.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't got to answer all these calls and all these messages and shit, bro.
You don't have to.
You don't.
Got to.
You don't have to. And you can say no.
Yeah, and they got us in the trap. I mean, I was spending in Charlotte not long ago, and just happened to be, you know, I got a new phone, and I was with my uncle, and he's like, you know, he's kind of like, you know, handicapped. He doesn't have a leg, and we're out in Charlotte, man, and my phone's dead, and his phone is an Android, and I have an iPhone, and so, man, I'm trying to use his phone to get a cab, and I couldn't even get a cab without logging into Google, bro. Like, this shit, they already got us tapped in, bro.
I
You
hate
can't-
that shit.
I mean, you know what I
dude.
mean?
I hate that shit.
You
Whenever
can't
you just
even-
want to use
you-
something, and
if you just want to use
you
anything,
gotta
brother,
sign
you
up.
gotta sign up,
you
email,
gotta
member
email,
account. God,
yeah, you
brother,
got subscription,
we used
all
to-
that
Everything,
bullshit.
man.
Me and you
Fuck
used to have to
that.
do that. You had to sign people up, and then you'd be like, "Do you want to?" And then they would just give you that look, like, "Dude, I
Like,
just,
nigga, do I really look like I want to sign up for
I
that
just want
shit?
this. I want to buy this. This is
Right.
what I want to buy right now."
Well, you have to sign up for a credit
And,
card in order to buy
and
it.
imagine pictures, man. I have a you know, I dated a younger girl, and she got mad, you know, at some box of pictures I had. Like, now these are polar pictures that when they come out, they, you know, used to get them at Walmart, and you go get a little envelope, and you've got them bitches forever. You can go back and flick through them or whatever. That's my life.
photo album.
Yeah.
But look at it now, though, bro. Shit go down, bro. All your shit gone, bro.
Yeah.
Gone.
Oh, yo, shit. Gone.
Everything.
Damn.
Yeah, I had to get a
The
new
thing
phone.
is-
I had to get a new
is,
phone.
too,
Some of my pictures.
They
are
wanted
fucked,
them
too.
lot, man. I'm trying to told you, bro.
Damn, man.
They got us all locked in. The next thing going is just motherfucking cash, bro. It's motherfucking cash, dog.
Yeah,
When
there's
this
not enough cash.
you
It's
just
gonna be
just
gone.
believe that's what's coming.
And they're
for
in the
next.
penny.
They're in the penny.
They quit the production on the penny.
They quit that shit.
So
They said it costs too much. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I did find myself tossed about 8 pennies across the parking lot the other day.
Oh, fuck.
I know, right?
No.
I do be disrespecting the
Oh,
penny.
man.
I ain't gonna lie, I have
No.
to, man. I'm disrespecting.
Dude, I'm not gonna
disrespected
lie. I
the
pick up
penny.
every penny that I ever see.
That's
on the
good,
ground.
man. That's good. That's good.
They said there's like
Always
$1 million
It's good
in penny of
habits.
change laying around in the U.S. You know what I mean?
There has to be.
There's
And we
gotta
have to
be.
find
than
We
it.
have
that.
to find it. We have to find
That's
it.
more than that.
Well, yeah, more than
Yeah.
that.
That's like
More
probably
than
like a
that.
billion.
That was
There's
just the
probably like
pennies,
$1
I
million
believe.
out in the parking lot out here, dude.
Imagine, imagine all the landfills and all the parking lots,
Oh,
just all
fuck.
the like sewers and empty spaces. We'll never find that shit, but we could all be
No.
rich. We just found it.
No, we ain't going.
Like,
to go
imagine
dig
if you
that
were
Well,
shit.
you find
Magneto,
all of that shit,
and
and,
you
then
just had
all
like a-
those
you just
change and those
like,
pennies, you
give me
take them
all of the
bitches straight
change.
to the bank, and they be like,
You straight to the bank. We don't
You
accept.
can roll
this.
that shit up.
Yeah, you can roll that up.
You know, we don't take pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Hey, bro, don't tell me you haven't been to a store that don't discriminate on pennies.
I've never been to a store.
I have.
Really?
Yes.
Never been
I
to
don't
a
want
store.
no fucking pennies.
Are you
Man,
serious?
fuck.
Some
Even I
okay.
discriminate on pennies. It's black on black crime. Damn.
Nah, I've yeah, like definitely like if this is like 41 cent or some shit, and they give you 40 cent, and they're like, oh, it's just a penny.
We always
Yeah.
wondered why they was down. The penny was down brown, copper, and Lincoln was looking the other way.
He was looking the other way.
Looking the other way.
He was looking the other way.
So
looking the other way.
if you don't fuck
And
with
he
the
got shot in the
penny,
back of the head.
you're racist.
Yeah.
If you don't
Oh my
fuck
god!
Oh my god.
you can't fuck with the penny, man.
That's the
And-
penny.
and
I had
to
to. I had to.
the- whoever
Damn.
ended,
No,
man, we're not-
whoever
not
ended the
racist
penny,
at all, man. My
they were
grandpa was
racist.
white.
Interesting.
Great grandpa. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
And you, my uncle,
You're his uncle,
Yeah, man.
and you're my uncle,
and his uncle,
and you're his uncle.
and his uncle, you uncle.
You're
Benji.
our uncle.
Besides, man,
Wholehearted Entertainment's uncle.
Yes, sir.
race is man-made.
Race
Yeah.
is man-made.
Race is- It's a societal construct.
100%. It's just the human race.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. When I went to Europe, man, no, it was like Americans.
You ever been to Europe?
Yeah, I have been to Europe.
Really?
I was over there in France, in Europe, man.
How was that?
And I was the only black guy there, but man,
Wow.
I was in sales then. Dressed up like my suit and shit.
Ooh.
I had a great time, man. I mean, shit. I went over there, man. It's like I couldn't. You just have to go with me. It's hard to bring back all the way it feels and the times, but I can explain some of the things that would stick out to you, though.
You know what happens in France stays in France, you know?
Yeah.
Did you go to Paris?
Went to Paris.
Did it smell like pee-pee?
Paris was kind of dirty.
Dirty. Paris was
and
dirty.
racist.
And racist.
Racist.
I heard that. I heard
yeah.
it's like one of the most racist cities.
Wow, in Paris.
In Paris.
Yeah,
like
Paris.
like
Fuck Paris,
I used to
man.
be a travel agent,
City,
and then I had this
Eiffel
one
Tower.
lady.
I wish my dick would get bigger than the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
she
so I could fuck the world for 24 hours. Yeah.
She said that she put on like a fake country accent when she was talking to the French people, because if they found out that you were like American before, they would see you as American first, then black. But if they just seen you as black, they'd be like super racist to you.
Wow.
So was they like super racist to you?
Well, it only happened like once. We was in this club. We was trying to go into this pub, and this guy, he kind of looked like maybe he was I'm not sure, Syrian to me, but he just kind of was like shaking his head no. He was gonna let everybody in but me. I was flyer than everybody on top of that, but he wasn't gonna let me in. And I was kind of mad. I kind of found myself wanting to flip to some American shit, like, man, fuck you, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Damn.
You didn't even know what I was saying or anything, though. You know what I mean? So,
learning some
yeah,
free
man.
speech.
You didn't even know
I'm thinking,
English.
the last thing I want to do is go to fucking jail over here, and on top of that, I'm with a group, my college and everything. So all my guys kind of gathered around me, and we went to a different one, and they supported me, man. I mean, yeah, it was just one thing, but the word nigga is worldwide, and not only that, when you was over there, they was playing old hip hop songs that we don't play no more, like Cameron, Mason
hell
Method,
yeah.
and stuff like that, and Michael Jackson and shit. Yeah,
The good
and then you
shit.
seen people over there like putting like in the Arlington Cemetery, it's like a huge 4 or 5 football fields of just graves and crosses.
Yeah.
Half of them's German, some of them's Americans, but you see them coming over there every day, and they be putting stuff and flowers on the Americans' graves and stuff like that. And so you kind of see that influence over there of how our World War II influenced them, because I think when we went over there, because of the war and everything, we kind of charged them fees, and not only that, as a result, put our businesses and our product in there, and they had to buy from us. So that's how we got this whole European thing going. That's why we're so connected, and that's why it's so important right now. What's going on, that people think, hey, we don't need them. They need to pay more. I mean, with the European Union and all that, but all that whole block going on, if that shit breaks up, oh, you best believe
It's not good.
that the damn power, what I mean is the powers change, meaning what they call it, the rule, the new world, the world order.
New world
The world
order.
order changes, yeah. And you already see that. People don't think that Americans dominate the seas, but we don't dominate the seas anymore. We don't have the biggest navy no more.
Well,
I don't think that's true.
Now,
think
if
we
you look
do.
at it now, China right now has more ships than we do.
no, sir.
Now, right? Yes, they
nah.
do.
No, sir.
They have more ships than we do. We
I don't
can look
think.
it up.
I don't think that
They have
do.
more ships right now than we do. Now, we do have a more technological advantage than China, but see, that's where the United States can be the victim of being the paper
Are you
tiger.
looking it up? Yeah, bro. I'm pretty
We get
sure.
too- if
I'm
we
pretty
get
sure
too
the
far-
U.S. is still.
We still, you know what I mean, as far as technology wise, but brother, they got shit up their sleeve,
He's
like
right.
Trump
He
said.
says
I promise you, bro.
China's navy is 355 ships. And then it says, while the largest in terms of raw numbers, the
Yeah.
U.S. Navy is considered
Yeah.
the most powerful and advanced, with a significant displacement of 4.5 million tons in
Know what I'm talking about, bro.
2021.
1981, Baguettes, man.
that's
And that's what I was
crazy.
telling you, man.
Baguettes.
And see, from you thinking that,
Yes,
that's how
sir.
most Americans think. You just
Yeah.
think that, hey, America's on top, and
Yeah.
maybe technologically wise, but just imagine this, though. Imagine that type of country where the perfect storm.
The perfect storm.
Now you go back to old
So
conventional
this
weapons.
is what I was thinking. The country with the most aircraft carriers in the United States. with
Worldwide, what
11
country is most
in operation
prepared
as
for
of
conventional
2025?
warfare?
China, India, and the United Kingdom each
Russia.
have 2. So we
We depend
we
a whole
quad-
lot on technology.
we quadruple the rest of the world in And the aircraft carriers.
Exactly, our tech and all of that. So the worst thing could happen in America is that Yellowstone blow.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yellowstone
For real.
blows. All our technology, satellites, and everything. That's the perfect time. We are the most vulnerable.
That ain't just for
then.
America though. That's like
Wow.
the world.
Yeah, no.
Well, look, man. I mean, the whole
we
world is
would be
gonna
the
do that
dinosaurs.
anyway. If America goes down, the whole world's gonna mourn anyway.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah,
then,
but what I'm
then
saying
if
is-
Yellowstone goes down, then that's the climate wars, man.
I mean, even then, bro.
If Yellowstone goes down, what it is it's
We're all
gonna, that's the
dead.
biggest geyser in the world. So what's gonna happen
Yeah.
then is you're gonna have it
We're
actually
fucked.
where the satellites is gonna it's gonna fuck shit up for
We're
a
all
while.
fucked. It's
gonna
So
fuck
what
shit
would
up.
fuck with us is we should be able to maintain our security with our allies and shit like that. But nowadays you see like that smoke cloud. You've got the warnings on your phone and stuff about the smoke cloud coming
Yeah.
from the fires burning in Europe right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be so poetic that we're a country of immigrants that have always warred on immigrants, and like our downfall would be our own volcano erupting, and we couldn't go to another country as a refugee because we spent like 300 years pissing on anybody that was an immigrant?
I mean,
Well,
that
during
would
this
be very
time,
ironic.
That'd be ironic,
During this time, and you know what I mean, that's the kind of thing. I mean, with Trump,
especially with these
and the
mass
kind of,
deportations.
the kind
if
of-
I was
the-
another
the kind
country,
of-
I'd be like, get the fuck out of my country,
kind of
American.
state that he's got it in.
Since you hate
Yeah.
you hate immigrants so much, don't be one.
Because my
go,
dad always
go
said
live
this,
go
man.
live in ash.
Every great
Yellowstone
empire-
ash.
Every great empire
Has its downfall.
has its downfall.
For sure.
And it usually lasts from 200 to 300 years. For sure. But not only that, if you go all the way back to the times, even the old times, every king, great man, evil or good, whether you consider him bad, con, or whatever, God used the most common man to come to him, and that's the prophet. He used that man to tell him, even back in Nebuchadnezzar, is used the dreams to tell him about the famines coming and stuff. And so all the way up to now, even you got Billy Graham, whatever. Well, this president is for once doesn't have. He listens mostly to himself.
For sure.
So this is a time where I mean, hey, my dad. We live in some special times, brother. If you look at the prophecy, he says he receives power, and within 1 hour, he can soon look how much Elon Musk wiped up. I mean, literally, bro. You look at TV, what's going on, bro, and they're not doing nothing about it, man.
Everything's just going.
And so,
hey, it's the perfect storm, ain't it?
well, I think, man, we
It's
in
the
America,
perfect storm.
and man, I think like you guys, us. I mean, there's so many of us, bro. I mean, people think like, to me, I look back and like, okay, if prophecy comes and world ends and all that, well, what happened to America?
Yeah.
That's what we've been wondering, right? Where do we go?
Where do we go?
Where did we go? Where are we going?
They gonna remember it.
We could go to the moon.
We could go to the moon.
We could have a colony on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
well,
it.
yeah.
Fucking cool big
We can
party.
try.
and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can have a big.
We can
party.
try to. We can make
Big moon
shit.
party.
Girl, fine girls only too.
Fine girls
Yeah.
only.
Yeah,
On the moon. It's a moon party.
It's a moon party, yeah.
We can have Zen citizens.
We have Zen citizens.
Yeah, we can have blood sticks.
Hold okay.
We can have.
We have all kinds of shit. Look, we got something else that we got to do. We got to give a shout out of the day. Who's the shout out? Who we shouting
Diego.
out? Shout out to Diego.
Shout out to Diego.
Who is
Diego.
Diego?
I met Diego last night at Taco Bell. He was stressing. He was the only guy in there, but he was working his damn ass off.
Taco
and-
Bell sounds good.
Yeah, and he-
Love that.
and
Some
I-
tacos right now, you know what I'm saying?
And at first he
I
was
heard
just not
Diego.
feeling good, but then he apologized and he said that he just all his coworkers cut out on him, so he was the only guy there. He's just trying to keep together. And I was like, man, you goddamn rock star, and he was a rock star for
That's
sure.
crazy, bro.
There
Shout
you
out-
go, Diego.
Shout out to Diego.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Diego.
Diego,
man. You're a rock star.
Hey, let's get a thumbnail, everybody.
Shout out to Diego, for doing the man thing.
Hell yeah.
He's taking care of business for sure.
Y'all ready to wrap this shit up?
Yeah, I'm going to Taco Bell. Diego, man.
Fuck
Hey, I'm coming
yeah.
to see you,
Yeah,
bro.
we're gonna come see
We
you,
coming to
Diego.
see you, Diego.
We're
We
gonna come
fuck
see
with
you.
you heavy.
We fuck with Diego.
We appreciate Benji for being on.
Thank you, Benji.
Appreciate Napkins.
Yep.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate you, Jaden.
Jason.
We fucking
I love
love
everybody.
y'all.
His name's Jason.
Peace.
Peace.